Hi YouTube, it's the 10th of March 2014 and this is in fact my first video for Cambridge, and that's a pretty appalling fact if you think about it. I've been here for 2 terms now, but meh. Anyway, my last couple of videos, or at least a good chunk of them, have been about Cambridge, which is fair enough. I do spend the majority of my time here now. But the last videos were on Michaelmas term. This one is going to be an overview of Lent. But unlike my last videos, which had like flowcharts of what I did, this is just going to be an expansion or a description of this week's events. Thursday began by going to the gym, followed by lectures where we derived the famous equation E equals mc squared and proved some basic facts about integration. Then I had a vector calculus supervision after lunch with my supervision partner Charlie and the supervisor Dr. Essex in the CMS. Came back, did some work, ate dinner, then in the evening went to see the Reservoir Dogs adaptation in play form in Pembroke where Joanna and Deb were performing. Then we came back and I didn't really feel like doing work, so then we watched a film in David's room for Lions along with Harry, Max and Deb. Until 6, Friday was spent pretty much just doing work, and then in the evening was Mr. and Mrs. Peterhouse, a peculiar annual event where Petrians cross-dress and perform silly tasks for the entertainment of other Petrians. It didn't end too well, considering that in order to get through the ordeal, the male participants consumed, though the biologically male participants I should say, consumed an excessive amount of alcohol, causing them to vomit profusely. After the event, we simply just had a house 6 gathering talk thing till we all went to sleep. Saturday was an incredibly long day for me. It began after under 5 hours of sleep because I thought it would be a good idea to go to the gym in the morning, which I did. Came back, had a shower, ate breakfast, then got changed to a suit because I had an interview at 10:15 at Murray Edwards for a placement to teach English in a city, Kunming, in China over the summer. I think the interview went reasonably well. I'll be hearing about it in a couple of weeks, but anyway, I missed my first lecture because of the interview, so I attended the second one, Analysis 1, by Professor Gowers, who finished the course in 15 minutes, so he spent the next 45 minutes simply making up stuff and teaching it to us because he thought it'd be interesting to teach it to us, which is fair enough, I guess. Then I met up with Miran and Emmanuel, where we ate pizza where I only had 1 slice in their courtyard. I'll explain why I only had 1 slice later. Then I came back, had a badminton match at 5 against Murray Edwards, but I wouldn't know because they didn't turn up. But we had a walkover win regardless. Then at 6 we had our weekly pizza night, which is the reason I didn't have pizza before, or I only had 1 slice before. That was held in Margaret's room. It's a House 6 weekly event. Then after that was the annual maths dessert in the combination room, which is a room next to the formal standard hall room, and it's a very Cambridge thing, I believe. So it began at 8:40 p.m. and ended at 5:40 a.m. 9 hours later. So I think the easiest way would be first to explain what there was in dessert. So there wasn't like a standard dessert with puddings and stuff. It was mainly fruit, lots and lots of fruit, biscuits, cheese, and various chocolatey snacks. And of course there was basically infinite alcohol, both red and white wine, and lots of port. It was funded by the head of IBM, or the ex-European head of IBM, who also studied maths at Peterhouse, and I think it was about £40 a head, so it was quite an expensive expenditure for him, but it's been going for about 10 years now. But yeah, it's basically an event where all the maths-related people in Peterhouse come together to eat, drink, and talk. So that includes students, supervisors, lecturers, and I guess the 9 hours was spent just talking to them about various mathsy things. Sunday began where Saturday left off. I met up with Louis at 11:30 so we could go to MMA together, which we did. Then I came back, had lunch, then had a rowing outing, which I coincidentally met Louis on the river again because he's at King's and we happened to have outings at the same time. But anyway, the weather was really good yesterday, at least for middle of March, or not even the beginning of March. And because of the weather was so nice, the outing was a lot more pleasant than the cold ones that we had early in the morning in Michaelmas. It was fun. Came back, ate dinner, then after dinner was standard basketball and badminton training for a couple of hours. Then after that I haven't really done that much. I slept quite a bit last night, as you can expect, done anything too strenuous this morning apart from filming this vlog, and I don't have that much planned for the rest of this week. This evening I have dancing. I've been doing ballroom dancing this term, a weekly thing, and today is the last session, last lesson thing, and we're going to celebrate it with formal afterwards. Then tomorrow is my last deadline dynamics relativity sheet that I still haven't finished yet, so I'm probably going to spend tonight after formal doing an all-nighter to finish the rest of the sheet. And then after that I'm going to try and convince people to go clubbing tomorrow evening, because obviously I won't have any work to do after that, but other people who do other subjects will have their deadlines on different times, so I don't know how well that's going to go. Then Wednesday, I don't have anything planned. Thursday evening is going to be wedding super formal, which should be great fun. And then on Friday is the last day of term, so people will be starting to leave Friday and Saturday. I haven't really decided whether I should leave then, because for me it takes about an hour to get home. It's not that big of a deal. And I won't be doing work in both places, but at least here I have friends and stuff. But if I go back to London, because most people haven't finished university yet, all my London friends from school aren't going to be home yet. So I'm thinking I'm just going to stay here for an extra week, but that's for later retreating to worry about. Regardless, that was this week, week 8 of Lent term, and a pretty standard one from this term too. The lack of sleep, doing work, attending lectures, going to the gym, playing various sports, and then filling up the rest of the time with several other activities like, well, I don't really know, going to concerts, plays, things like that. And I'm trying to set up a table tennis society or table tennis team for Peterhouse too. So, been doing small things here and there to complement the other stuff. So when I think of Cambridge, I think of these things. I think of the lack of sleep and the damage it's doing to my body, and then trying to correct that by going to the gym regularly, eating reasonably healthily, and playing various sports. I think about wearing a suit at 9 AM for an interview, and then attending a lecture by Sir Tim Gowers, field medalist, arguably the best mathematician within the UK, a mathematician so good that he simply makes up the stuff as he goes along, though does it in such a way that you understand everything and the reasoning behind it. I think of friends both old and new, friends who I can see perform in the play and then watch a film with on the same night, friends who I can literally speak to hours for and just not get bored. Well, I would if I didn't have work to do at least. And I think of the stuff that I've learned, stuff that people all over the world have heard of, E equals MC squared, but very few have had the privilege to learn the beauty behind the symbols. And then I think about things that you can only experience in Cambridge, things like talking to the smartest people on the planet, people who themselves have sat next to the greats like Paul Dirac, and then get drunk on port with them while talking to them and eat cheese till sunrise, and then on the very same day go rowing. I think of Black Tie Adventures college families and how they created a system that encourages nepotism, yet a system that I think is great nonetheless. I think of all these things and so much more, because although I adore London and it will always be my true home, Cambridge is where I believe I belong, for now at least. A place that so much is crammed in such a short period of time. The only fault I can find is that there is simply not enough time to do everything. See you in the near future, Drito.